I know it. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the journey. So, voila! I know it doesn't look like much, but this is the site that we are looking to put the RV for now. So, for one, it's going to be a lot easier to get the RV in. Two, it doesn't require a whole lot of dozer work. And three, I don't know what a three is, but anyway, let's get to work.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Alright, so far we're going to be taking an intermission. Ooh, it's lunchtime. It's actually a little past lunchtime, but we wanted to kind of hurry up and get stuff done. We need to run to town because we need a few more supplies and then also get the kiddo some boots so she's not out here in her sneakers. But let's go take a look. So far, we've got the brush pile moved over. We've been putting the thorns over on the other side, so we're not mixing them together, having to deal with that like we were doing this time. But here we go. This is the big opening that the RV is going to go into. And we've been getting that cleared out, but we still got to open up that side of the driveway and then obviously move a whole bunch of rocks and hopefully with the use of a tractor, not with use of the double-wheeled wheelbarrow. And if you guys haven't checked out the video to that, go check that out. I can always link that up at the end of this video. But anyway, we're going to pause here. We're going to go get something to eat quick, head into town, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. So we got back from town, doing our little run around the store, errand type stuff, and we got us some lunch. And whew, man, you guys don't understand the amount of rain that came through this area. So I'm actually going to show you some footage of over at my buddy's property of like how much water went through there, and then I'm going to also come back and show you on our property how much water rose up over in the area, and you can probably hear the creek behind me. So let's go over to my buddy's property and then we'll check this one out. Let's go down here to the creek and show you guys how much water we got over this last rain. And I haven't even gotten to the creek yet, and we're already at water. So this is just a first little water crossing, and all this water right here actually goes down into that little bog area where I got stuck. With the truck. Hey, look. And the creek's a little further back. So let's head that way. Let's go see. That water was so high from the creek, it even came all the way up here, because you can see all those plants are pushed over. All the grass is laid over. That whole area, this whole area was flowing water. You can probably hear it now. Sorry if I'm a little shaky, but I'm walking, holding my phone with one hand, coffee in the other. Now this, folks, whew, is a lot of water. Wow. So here is our creek, and normally it stays about where it's at, a little lower, but it does stay in within these banks here. It is full, but you can see how high the water came up, coming up to the areas, because you kind of see like where the grass lays down. So we actually had water come all the way up here, to this area here. So from where I'm standing down to the creek, that's like an additional maybe 8 feet, 9 feet in elevation. So that means that that water would have been up there close to where that power pole is. That's almost the same elevation of where I'm standing. So holy smokes, y'all, that's a lot of water. That's the most water we've seen come through this area since we've lived here. I'll show you over here. So I am up at the property, I'm at the gate. And just to kind of give you an idea of how much rain we had and how much water was coming through, let me get you flipped around. So I'm walking back down. So this is it's an unnamed county road. Neighbor's pasture. Come through and you can already see how much water just sits in that pasture. It all flows down to the creek. Basically it goes through the center, and all this water is coming off of that ridge. All of that runoff from that ridge just comes straight down to here. Plus there's a ridge on the other side, so all the water from that side of the ridge is also coming down. So look at the grass up on that bottom barbed wire. That shows you how high that water got going across the culverts. Yeah, it did wash out a lot of the rock here. So we have a lot of washout. Still a lot of water going through there. But it had washout all the way up there So at some point, we're gonna have to get these culverts replaced. I mean, because you can even see, look, exposed culvert. Instead of having the round ones, get two of the big square ones, because the square culverts can push more water, or they can hold more water. But now, like, well, Hanson, how's your culvert holding up? Because we didn't have it completely covered. Just the area where we drove, right, didn't have it really anchored in. So that's one of the things I was kind of afraid of, is with it not being anchored in with like the concrete walls and stuff, or any way of holding it in place. With a large amount of water, is it going to get washed away? Well, let's go see. So there's still actually quite a bit of water flowing, coming from that direction. Coming from that direction, a lot of leaves. It's pushed as a lot of leaves, a lot of water. Coming from the driveway direction, coming down. Get into our basin. The basin is all filled up with sediment and rock. And then they're like, oh wait, hey, where'd the culvert go? All this got filled in, completely clogged with leaves, to the point that it just washed all of our rock away. It is now sitting down here along with the culvert. So right now we can't get onto the property. Yay. We can't drive onto the property. That's why we're trying to get the other area fixed where the travel trailer is going to be, the RV. So that's why we're here. So guess I'm parking my truck at the gate. I'm walking to go get tools, because we're going to be up in the front of the property clearing out the area. Hopefully my buddy's coming over today to check it out, to look. So we're here on the weekend once again, because it's raining during the week, but we got a lot to fix. Just to be able to drive in, I'm gonna have to redo that. And I'm not going to wait to do the concrete, reinforced walls. That way I don't want to have to redo. I hate redoing work, but this was a lot of rain. A lot of places flooded. A lot of places got washed out. So this isn't normal. It's just one of those things that happens. And hopefully, our friends and family in the area didn't suffer too much damages, and I know that we'll get it fixed, we'll get it repaired. So, but anyway, where we're planning to have the RV, it's plenty high enough to not have to worry about flooding from the creek or anything like that. But this area is pretty much done, other than coming in, getting leaves taken out, maybe doing a little bit of brush hogging, getting some rocks in for the RV. But now we need to focus up by the road. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Oh man, tired.
Yeah, we are.
So that was a lot of work.
We chopped off a couple of trees.
Yeah, so you can kind of see behind us. It's a little more clear. We got the little flags in there. We got the
We opened it up.
new opening to the driveway.
And we are still
For the new driveway.
For the new driveway, yeah. Yes. And we have some plans coming up in the future.
Yeah.
Yep. And we still have the biggest tree to cut down, so you'll be seeing that as well.
So yeah, I actually had my buddy come over because he is a professional truck driver.
Yep.
You know, so just wanted to get his opinion on coming down, of being able to come in either here, which there is a big bump here, and just the angle to be able to come in just isn't right. So actually my original idea of coming in from the other side is actually what he suggested.
Yes, which is
Being able to come in, but
better.
it's still backing the trailer in a lot further.
Mm-hmm.
We're still going to put it in the same location up here in the front of what we talked about, where we showed you, where we cleared, where we did all those things.
Yep, definitely.
We're just going to be bringing it in from a different location once we can go. How many days without rain?
It needs to dry off. It really does, because it's very, very mushy. And, you know, we're in between a ridge and then...
in between two ridges.
Two ridges. So, I mean, it doesn't get, like, super, you know, flooded in here, but it is wet. Mm-hmm. So, we do have some wet spots, and we do have a small little creek that runs through. So, we're going to need to put either some boards down so that they're able to cross the RV over.
Yeah, it's a small spot. It's only like a foot wide, so we can throw some rocks in there, cover it with a board as the trailer's backing across it. Throw some wood down, have one person on each side of the trailer, and then make sure it's the same thing for the truck.
Yep. Now, once that's over with, we'll just pick up everything out, take out the rocks out, because it is a live creek or little flow or whatever you want to call it.
Well, it comes from the road. It's like the runoff from the road, I think, is what it's for. I don't know. I just know the water goes through it and it goes to our creek.
Yeah, it goes to our creek, which you can hear in the background with the frogs or toads or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so that's what we had planned in the future. We got to tear down or cut down a humongous tree.
A big cedar.
A very big cedar. I think that's going to be the biggest tree we've cut down in this property so far.
Yeah.
So,
it's bigger than the one that destroyed my tripod.
Yes,
from the previous video.
And we have taken down some limbs off of it, but this thing is huge, so very massive.
Yeah, so I'll try not to destroy any more of my equipment.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna be doing that in the next couple of days, provided that we have good weather coming to us.
So I did get a new chain for my bigger saw, so I think it's about time to go ahead and put that chain on, get that saw fired up, because my little saw is not going to make it through that tree.
It's not. It's going to take a lot.
But, all right, y'all. But you guys got a chance to see how wet it's been around here, both at my buddy's place and here, because I had a chance to show you at the beginning of the video and throughout. But, whew, yeah, one stuff.
Yeah.
Gets a little. He even said that he's not going to bring a tractor over until it dries up. So.
Yep, definitely. We don't want anyone getting stuck in the mud or anything like that. Yep. So yeah, so for now it's just a little bit of maintenance. We're going to spread some rocks also when we move the RV in. So you're going to see a lot of brush hogging, a lot of fun stuff going on. But yeah, other than that,
yeah, hopefully, because this month is probably going to be really wet, so we're probably not going to be able to move it this month. But we're still doing a lot of the prep work. We're still doing a lot of that stuff to get it over here.
Yeah, so we're hoping that in the next couple of months we'll be able to move in, and
yeah, I would like to move in as soon as it gets here, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah, baby steps. So we're almost there.
I'm ready to jump in at 2 feet. All right, y'all. So I definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure you're checking the links we have down in the description. It's greatly appreciated. Check out our bonfire store, all that good stuff. It just helps us. Share us out to your friends. That also helps us grow throughout the community.
Yeah.
And got anything else?
No, I have nothing else.
All right.
Other than don't forget to thank a veteran.
Every chance you get.
Not only on Veterans Day.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye, y'all.